Okay, so one of the things I also noticed that you help people with is their business contracts and business service contracts. What are some of the mistakes that you see people make when they're forming their own contracts? And then what are some of the things that you kind of have been able to help people do to protect them more?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. I see so many mistakes. I see people getting templates off the internet or templates from a friend or a colleague and using them, but not really understanding what they say. I've seen contracts where, oh yeah, I got this from some trade organization I belong to, or a colleague gave this to me, and the template's crap. And so it's just carbon copy crap. So if you get it from a friend and it's junk, it's still going to be junk.
Yeah.
And so
that makes sense.
Too many practitioners don't understand what's in their own contract. So if you're onboarding a client and your client's got questions about your contract, you need to be able to intelligently answer them. And I've seen these contracts where they're internally contradictory, which then creates an ambiguity, which is construed against the drafter and in favor of the client. Now you're in a position of weakness. But also you look amateur.
Yeah.
So if you've got a contract that's just sloppy, it's got poor formatting, it's got typos, misspellings, just looks amateurish. If you want to land a big ticket client, you need to be a big ticket practitioner.
Right.
So you need to show up professionally, and that starts with your contract. So if I'm considering working with somebody and they give me a contract and it's garbage, I'm going to think, well, what else about their service is garbage too?
Good point. Even though they're not an attorney and they didn't draw the contract up, you definitely associate whatever you're looking at with. I mean, it kind of goes to a logo or anything, right? I mean, whatever, if somebody looks a little cheesy, if their website is cheesy, if their social media is cheesy or whatever, however people look you up, if they're looking at your contract when they're about to sign, I can see why that would kind of give them kind of an impression or lack thereof.
I speak on this a lot. I believe passionately in this. We all want to attract wealthy clients who can, you want to charge a lot for your services. You want to be successful. You want to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to elevate your game, because if you want to attract a higher ticket client, you need to become a higher ticket practitioner.
Yeah.
And that comes with having a professional, polished, attorney drafted and reviewed contract. But people also want to see comma LLC or comma INC after your name. There's a sense of comfort, like, oh, okay, I'm doing business with an actual business.
Right.
I'm not doing a business with some hobbyist at their kitchen table. So there's comfort that comes with that. Also having the circle R after your trade name. There's comfort that comes with doing business with somebody who's established.
A lot
There's
of sense.
credibility right there.
Yeah.
I feel safer doing business with you and giving you my money. I feel more confident knowing that I'm going to get the service or product that I'm paying for.
You know, it's kind of going back to that mindset of scarcity. Not that it was in my brain that we're going back to it. We didn't talk about it here today, but referencing like that mindset of abundance versus mindset of scarcity. So when you're starting your business, if you have this idea in your head of where you're going to create it, you know, what you're shooting for, why would you start it out saying, yeah, but I can't afford this or I can't afford that? You can, because this is the way that you're going to create that thing that you have in your head, right? Does that make sense? I mean, that's kind of how I see it. That's my own.
When people have an I can't afford it scarcity mentality, that's going to infect their whole business. And so you can't be in a place of scarcity just in life in general.
Yeah.
Like if you're in survival scarcity mode, that's what you're going to attract to yourself. Like, okay, now we're getting a little bit woo-woo here, but that's okay.
I know, I'm so woo-woo.
I go there. It's all good.
I'm always woo-woo.
A lot of my clients are in the coaching spectrum.
Yeah.
So, and I do their trademarks. I do their LLC. So I'm comfortable working with people like that, but I believe in it.
I know. I see them come through and I'm like, these are my people. I get where you're going with this. This is great. I love this concept.
It's the law of attraction. So you're going to attract what you are.
Yeah.
So if you are a person in scarcity mode, you're going to attract scarcity clients.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And if you're in a space of abundance, that's the kind of client you're going to attract. So you need to have some faith and confidence in what you do. And if you don't, then why are you in business?
Yeah.
Maybe you need to go in another direction, or maybe not quit your day job just yet.
Yeah.
And so you need to have faith that what you're doing is why God puts you on this earth, and have faith that the right people are going to be attracted to your business.
I was excited when you actually put the post out there for looking for someone to work with you, because like I told you, I have a little thing about law. Like I just like it. It's something that really interests me. It's not what I do on a daily basis, but it's fascinating to me. So the opportunity to kind of be able to work alongside of you and for you and just kind of get dip my toe in that world is fun, but also just because it's so clearly like your mindset and the way that you approach your business is something that I really resonate with. And that's one of the things I really respect about you and love about how you run your business. It's important to you for you to treat the people who work with you a very specific way. You have integrity in your business and in every aspect of it, whether it be with your clients or whether the people who work for you. And I think that's really cool. I do think that you attract what you put out there. And I would like to think that's the business that I put out there. That's what I try to emit as far as positivity and integrity. And you definitely do, across your social media. That's how we met. I love being a part of it because even the people who I've been able to meet through you are those same types of people. The large-minded, abundant, amazing people. And that just makes me feel even better. Like, wow, this was such a great decision because it's so much more than just working with you. It's getting to meet these incredible people, and I want more of that. And so that's really fun. So if you are out there and you're looking to form a business and you're not just looking to work with anybody and you want to find somebody who really aligns with your mindset and your vision, I would definitely say to work with you because I think that you're really cool to work with.
Thank you for these kind words. I'm humbled by what you're saying. I'm glad that, you feel connected to the work and I do too. And a beautiful thing about being a sole practitioner, self-employed is I get to pick my clients.
Yeah.
And so if I feel like it's not a fit, if I don't really like this person or trust this person, or if I don't resonate with their business, I can reject them. Mm-hmm. When I worked in law firms, I got stuck working with whomever I got told to work with. And sometimes that would be an insurance company or somebody I didn't really care for. Mm-hmm. I love that. I get to pick my own clients. I'm in my 20th year. I've been a solo for 6 years now. And so I get to pick what I do and I get to choose who I work with. And if someone's not a fit with me or if my intuition says not this person, I can decline the representation. I am building a practice here. I'm all about long-term relationships. So I don't care about the short-term gains. Mm-hmm. I want to have somebody who's going to refer me to their friends and colleagues. I want somebody who's going to come back to me for repeat business. I'm all about the long game. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Right. Before we close out, I wanted to ask you a couple more things. And that is what do you think the biggest myths are about what you do? I mean, do you think people kind of have an idea in their head? Do you think there's something that you can clear up that people should know?
The first thing is someone said this to me the other day. And so it's just top of mind because it was just said to me. Someone said possession is 9/10 of the law. I cringe when people say that. That's garbage. Yeah. I don't know where that comes from. It's gobbledygook. It's gibberish. It doesn't mean anything.
Google that for me. Where does that come from?
Yeah. Just because you possess something does not mean it's yours. Please do not say that.
That's a good point. Is there something that you want people to know about you?
If people would like to connect with me, I do free 15-minute consultations with just about anybody. As long as you have a business law need, I'll get on the phone with you and get to know you and see if we're a mutual fit. So I'm not giving legal advice. It's just to get to know each other and see if I can be of service. I'll do that for just about anybody.
Well, thank you so much for coming all the way up from Oceanside to meet with me here today. I'm so happy to have you here. And I was excited that you were able to do it.
Sounds great. I'll be back.